taking in the year while welcoming in 2022.
Man, 2021 was filled with a lot of ups and downs. But what are the biggest things on people's minds as this year comes to an end? Caroline Colburn joins us now with more on the national headlines that captivated our nation for the last 364 days. Caroline?
Well, Reba and Julie, in national headlines, we saw everything from mass COVID-19 vaccinations to insurrection in the nation's capital and even the official end to America's longest war. The year began with riots in Washington on January 6th, when supporters of Donald Trump stormed the Capitol as Congress certified the presidential election results. 5 people died in the riots, and a week later, Trump was impeached for the second time in his 4-year term. Despite a divided nation and with extra security, Joe Biden was sworn in as the 46th president of the United States on January 20th. In the middle of February, winter storms caused week-long power outages in Texas, killing more than 200 people. In April, the COVID-19 vaccine became available to more Americans, and millions rolled up their sleeves, eager to get protection against the coronavirus. That rush for a vaccine slowed down in the summer, but picked back up in the fall as the Delta variant began to impact communities and vaccine mandates went into effect. Also in April, Derek Chauvin was convicted of murdering George Floyd. Cheers erupted in the streets of Minneapolis as activists celebrated Chauvin's conviction. There was panic at the pump in May after hackers shut down the Colonial gasoline pipeline, leading to gas shortages that had people waiting in line for hours to fill up their tanks. Some even filled up plastic bags with gas, despite warnings that was not safe. In June, a condo tower collapsed in Surfside, Florida, killing 98 people. The search for possible survivors lasted days. In August, the last U.S. troops departed Afghanistan, ending America's longest war. Weeks later, Operation Allies Welcome began as military bases across the country prepared to welcome Afghans who escaped the Taliban takeover. Fast forward to November, Kyle Rittenhouse is acquitted of all charges related to shooting 3 men during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Rittenhouse was 17 when the shootings took place and was not legally allowed to own a gun, but the jury found he acted in self-defense. Also in November, 3 Georgia men were found guilty of the 2020 murder of Ahmaud Arbery, a black man who was out for a jog in his hometown of Brunswick, Georgia. The Ryanair space race was also a big topic in 2021, as was the weeks-long search for Gabby Petito, who was found in late September. The coroner said she was murdered and determined her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, who officials spent weeks searching for in Florida before finding his body in October, died by suicide. Reba, Julie, obviously a lot happened this last year.
It sure did. All right, thanks, Caroline.